he did not appoint himself. The hospital, from its inception, always has the president of the country. They're the ones who nominate the president of the country to become their patron.
And this, I think, is a very interesting part of it.
Yes, that's the interesting part.
Because then they actually have the most powerful man in the land
Now,
as their patron.
so let me bring to the context
Okay.
of what's going on. So these guys in 2023, after the president is elected, of course, they go and request him formally to become their patron. It's upon the president to accept or deny. But always they accept because it's an executive role. It is just, a patron. Come a patron in Gor Mahia.
Yeah, but why do they need a patron, Odhiambo?
It's an association. You need a man with power.
Yes.
Remember, Gor Mahia can elect Jaruso to be the patron. But they had Raila. And now Walu imposed himself. Where do you think they had Raila? A patron is somebody who can open doors for you, basically. Or can call people to the table and people respect this patron.
They can call Karawuri to say, sponsor these people.
Yes, and Karawuri says, ni sawa mzee, wewe kwa ajili yako sha.
The board is disagreeing and the patron is like,
What's wrong? Yeah, hii kitu kidogo
Can you work
tusitukae.
together?
Yeah, and they work together.
and they work together.
So the team of Professor Manyora approaches the state and says, Bwana President, we need you to help us. Kuna problem hapa. Now, hii kuu inaendelea is going to hurt the facility. And this is a hospital that has the character of a public institution. In what way? Because I want people to understand. So the land that hospital sits on, 21.3, 21.8 acres, is not private land. It is public land that was given to the hospital, was allotted to the hospital, to the association, for development of a healthcare facility.
In 1899.
No, that is later on. This is after the
No,
Crown
this
land
was
now.
in 19
This is 1960 something, or 1952.
Yeah, but
thereabout.
before that, they were still on that land.
Of course. But now, see, of course, the tenure of the land changed from the Crown. Now we came to the freeholds and leaseholds. So we have very many leaseholds, but one that I know is peppercorn. And I suspect this name is peppercorn. Peppercorn means you don't pay any rate on that peppercorn lease. You don't pay any rate on that land because it is for the public interest.
Yes.
And you cannot sell it. Neither can you take a loan against it. That's how. So they go and approach the president and ask him, and the president has a silent power in the hospital. That silent power is he can call people to the table.
The table.
But also remember, I think this is this section 800 or
Section 800.
section
actually.
800
Yeah.
of the Companies Act talks about how the AG has powers over any company in Kenya, including your company that you think is private. The AG has powers to come and investigate or initiate investigation into your company when there is report of misappropriations. Okay? That is why it is always desired that the company secretary is a lawyer,
Yes.
because then they understand the relation with Section 800 of the Companies Act. So now, they approach the president, and that's the president who need help. You remember, there was a whole newspaper publication, advert, that was discrediting Professor Herman Manyora as the chair of Nairobi Hospital.
Yeah.
And then, I think Professor Herman
Section
Manyora...
8, can I read
Yeah,
for you
just read it,
section,
please. Go
section
ahead.
800 of the
Go ahead,
Companies
go ahead.
Act?
Yeah.
Empowers the Attorney General to appoint one or more inspectors to investigate and report on the ownership of a company. Purpose of the investigation, the primary goal is to determine the true persons who are or have been financially interested in the success or failure of the company, or who are able to control or materially influence its policy. Authority to appoint, the Attorney General has the discretion to appoint inspectors if there appears to be a good reason to do so. The scope of investigation are as follows. The inspector's role is to identify the real owners or those with significant control, which is particularly relevant in cases where corporate fraud
Yes.
or mismanagement is suspected.
Yes.
If an inspector is appointed under Section 800, they also have the power under Section 801 to investigate the ownership of any related body corporate if it is relevant to the main investigation.
Yeah. So,
This is interesting.
yeah, so there are cases that have been reported about what? Fraud. Remember in the capital war, or in the capital markets war, when I don't eat, I will accuse you of fraud.
Yeah. Eating alone is actually fraud.
Yes, eating alone is just actually fraud. So they will go and cite the rules of the game. They are not using the corporate whatever that is required. They're not following the law. They've eaten. This is actually big fraud that is happening at Nairobi Hospital. Now, before I finish this one for President Ruto, let me come back to something. There's a man who I'm sympathizing with, Joachim, at Nairobi Hospital. This man is called Felix Osano.
Felix Osano.
This guy just been Lewis and then one Kisi. So this Felix Osano is...
Why is there tribalism?
Yeah, I'm wondering anyway. So Felix Osano is the former director of supply chain who was confirmed as CEO on May 23rd, 2025. I will never want to be Felix Osano. You know why? Because Felix Osano took the poison chalice. I've been talking to you about the concept of poison chalice. Yes. It looks very nice to be a CEO. But being a CEO in Nairobi Hospital at this moment is very hectic.
Very hectic.
Because every eyes are there. The police is there. You are also the former...
Attorney General has been notified of fraud.
Of fraud. And you're also the same strategist who was the former director of supply chain. Which means this ring circles back to you.
Because
so you're the CEO,
of supply
but again,
chain.
you got to be investigated, my guy, because you're the CEO, and you are this fraud comes about your issue or happened under your watch.
The reason why the government is hip deep into this thing,
is
because they cannot come out of it, because the relations between Section 800 and Section 801, while Section 800 focuses on the initial appointment of an inspector to find out who really owns or controls a specific company, Section 801 ensures that those individuals cannot hide their interests through a web of subsidiary or affiliated firms. So actually what is happening at Nairobi Hospital could actually be criminal.
It is criminal.
That is why when they were called at Harambee House and told that they will face arrest, it was not a scare.
No, it's the truth. It is criminal. Now, so I finished with Osano. Osano is sitting at a hot seat.
So what is Osano doing right now?
Osano is wondering. I believe he's looking at the sun and wondering when it will set.
He's the current CEO.
He's the current CEO. That thing is shining so hard. It's so scorching. Osano may need to walk.
Why is he still there?
Because he's a fighter, but it's also trapped.
think he's trapped.
If he leaves, it's danger. If he stays, it is danger. So when you do,
You rather try to shift to where you are seated than stand up.
Yeah, I mean you cannot. Ukae tu hivi kidogo.
You fidget in your seat.
Exactly. So Osano pole sana ndugu yangu.
But I think
anakula moto.
based on how I know this country, this mess was destined to happen, because looking for help from State House.
No. Before he hits that very hard.
It's always opposition.
Yeah. I want to tell Joachim. I want to tell Joachim something, because I knew he would go there. But before we go there, so there's somebody called Professor Herman Manyora who was talking about.
Yes.
Just clarifying the fact, okay? So the boardroom coup happens on 30th of June 2025. Herman Manyora, of course, we know him. He's a political analyst, lecturer, etc. He was already elected to the board of management in September 21st, 2023. Now, on June, there's a faction of the board that holds a special meeting and ejects somebody called Dr. Buckley Onyambu, the one who was arrested, and installs Professor Herman Manyora to be the chairman of the board.
He remains a member.
Yes, so Onyambu remains a member.
Yeah.
But the faction of Onyambu quickly then afterwards goes and removes who? Herman Manyora.
Yes.
So basically, to date, Nairobi Hospital has two chairmen, technically.
Onyambu
Onyambu on the side and Herman.